Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Break 3 to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. All right, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. Come on, baby, what's wrong? We have our own mobile app. Ooh. So listen, wherever you get your apps from, it doesn't matter where you get your apps from. Just go there. All right, well, it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Weebolts, Goldblatt. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping your abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you watch this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago. We have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Okay, do it. You like that? I put it there next to the big boys, but Netflix, Hulu, Prime, HBO Max, Apple TV, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. I put it there next to the big boys. You can watch it on the big screen. How I run the big screen, right, Mickey? Now. Woo! Let's see. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, we got a great show for you, and but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. I like The Rock said, don't sing it, baby. Just bring it. Let's check the comments. Let's check the chat, because the chat is moving. Yeah. Grooving, yeah. Cornelius Squalls checking in early. What up? Sports owners, Cornelius. Mr. Shorty's in the house. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Mashawn Wall's in the Mickey Ficky house. He says a happy hump day. What up? Levette Lee's in the house. She says happy hump day, y'all. Happy hump day to everybody. Brandon Schutz getting it in. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. He says good morning. Happy hump day. I like it. I like it a lot. And other pleasantries. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. Oh, my man, as we speak, King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. He says, salute, chat, and Shawn. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. Look at it. We keep coming in as we speak. My man, Black Diamond, checking in. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Man, we got a great show for you. We got a lot to talk. We got some Bulls to talk. We got a little White Sox to talk. I know. What? White Sox? What? Yes, I know. I know. Just a little bit. Not too crazy. All right. Of course, we got a lot of Bears talk. We got to see the Brain Trust up at Hallis Hall the other day, and I think we know who's in charge. I think we know who's running shit. And his name is not Ryan Poles. That's for sure. Brandon, what are you talking about? See you Friday. What's up, Papa? What, you going to San Francisco with me or what? What do you mean, Brandon? Let me know. We got a lot of Bears talk. Thomas Brown back on the grass today as the interim head coach for the first time. Okay, with the players. Brandon says, "Are you getting baseball season started very soon next year?" We're talking a little bit. You know what? There's a couple things about the White Sox and just a couple things. A lot of trade rumors and potential. Oh. He said, no, I'll see you Friday because I'm around Friday. Yes, I'll be doing it live from San Francisco. I'll be in San Fran on Friday. So, yes, I'll probably from my hotel room. I don't think I'll need a conference room. I mean, if I can get one, that'd be dope. But I'll probably do it from my hotel room in San Francisco on Friday. Plank checking in. Good morning, Papa. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Bear the freak down, baby. You're damn right. Lots to talk about. As I said, Thomas Brown takes the field today for the first time, practice field for the first time as the head coach, the interim head coach for the Bears. And there's a lot of questions around him. He has an audition, a 5-game audition. We're going to talk about his chances of actually being named the head coach, the permanent head coach after the season. We're going to talk about some other candidates whose names have popped up. And we're going to see. All right, there's a lot to go around. A lot of conversation. Excuse me. A lot of conversation regarding the Bears. A lot of opinions. All right, and I get it. All right, these are our Bears. We love our Bears. We're very passionate about it. All right, myself included, we've lost friendships over. I think it's silly, but nonetheless, friendships have been lost over this stuff. Which goes to show you that they weren't really friends in the first place. Okay. So I should say associations, have been lost. And that's okay. That's okay. As a popular phrase around the world goes, it is what it is. Así es la vida. Okay? That's life. And we move on. All right. We love our Bears. We're passionate about our Bears. It is a Bears town. We just get so passionate about it, because we love football. It is our it's a coping mechanism. All right, because most of us don't play football anymore. Okay. We all have issues, we all have stresses in our life, and football is the one place that you're allowed to be violent, or you know what I mean, and it's okay. And to live vicariously through that is what a lot of people need. Most of us need, because life does stress us out. Let's keep it a buck. Life stresses us out. Okay, and we need an outlet, and football is the outlet that many of us choose. All right. It's good to see when your team imposes its will on other teams. Okay, the way we did for so long. I know we only have one Super Bowl to show for it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, lots to talk about, and I'm excited about it. Let's see who else. Anyone else check in? Black Diamond says, "What a coincidence! You got the Coaching Matters shirt on, Shawn. And if Thomas wins Sunday, he will accomplish something our previous employee never did. That's win a Sunday afternoon road game." Yes, you're right. Yes, because you know damn well coaching does matter. Brandon says, "Have a good trip." Thank you, sir. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I've already checked in. I checked in late, so my flight leaves at 7:00, and I checked in at, you get 24 hours to check in. So I checked in at 8. I forgot about it. I checked in at 8 o'clock. Well, don't you know I'm in boarding group C? I'm like, C? How the hell am I in C? It's only an hour, but everybody else. Oliver Chapman checking in. Plank, bear down. Oliver, thank you for tuning in, Papa. I appreciate it. Thank you much. See any other new people's? Brandon says, I say good morning to a smoke, the drink, or the smokers. Do I show on Saturday? Yeah, show up on Saturday with the smoke fellas. Dude, that'd be great. Mr. Shorty says, Thomas Brown must be our diamond in the rough. That would mean Eberflus hired our next coach, not George, not Kevin, not Poles. We need this luck on our damn side. I can't argue that point, Papa. I cannot argue that point. King Booker Will says, bear down, great minds, family. But yeah, so I will be leaving. I'm going to San Francisco tomorrow. I'm out of here early. Unfortunately, I have a layover in Phoenix. So I got this ticket the day, I'll tell you when I got the ticket, the day the dates came out. We knew we were playing San Francisco. All right, at San Fran. We just didn't know the dates. Remember how the NFL gives us the date, your home and away teams or home and away games for the upcoming season, but they don't give you the dates till a couple of months after. Well, I got a good friend of mine who lives, a grammar school friend. I went to grammar school with him from kindergarten, first, second, and third grade before we moved to St. Rita Grammar School, St. Rita Parish at St. Anne. A good friend of mine, Victor. And we reconnected 2 years ago through an introduction. We started talking. This dude went to the St. Anne, the grammar school that I went to. He was a year younger than me, and I was like, get out of here. We started talking. He knew Vic. He had actually visited my boy when he was up in Boston. And I was like, get out of here. So that's my guy. He FaceTimed him. And I got to see, he's like, oh, no way. He's like, oh, snap, Shawn. So we started talking. And he's like, you got to come visit me. And I said, sure. You know what? I said, if the Bears play you next year, this was last year. If the Bears play in San Francisco, I said, I'll be there. So we got the word. The Bears were in San Fran. I texted him. I was like, hey, bro. I said, actually, he was here a couple times. His daughter graduated from Loyola University. He was here a couple times. And I was like, hey, I said, once I find out the dates, I'll let you know. I said, I'll get my ticket and give you the info. So sure enough, when they released the dates, I got my ticket. So it was great fare, phenomenal fare. Only bad thing is I have a stop in Phoenix, so it'll take me 6 hours to get there. Oh well. I would have liked the direct flight, but it's okay. I'm cool. But I'm excited. I'm going to do a lot. If any of you guys have ever been to San Fran, do me a favor. Put some some things to see in San Fran. So I'm getting there tomorrow afternoon. I'm literally at noon. This is my scheduled touchdown in San Fran. I don't know if I'll get to see Alcatraz. That's one thing I do want to see. Probably going to hit Chinatown. Going to go see Mrs. Doubtfire's house. Going to hop on the streetcar. We might go see. He's trying to. He's a general manager at a hotel out there, so he's trying to see if he can get some tickets Friday. The Golden State Warriors are in town Thursday and Friday, so he's trying to see if he can get some tickets for Friday. So hopefully, I'm able to go see the Golden State Warriors on Friday. So yeah, I got a lot to do, but Saturday I'll be free completely. Friday morning, Friday after the show, because when I get done with the show over there, it'll be 9 o'clock. So I will. I'll have a lot of sightseeing to do. So if you guys know anything or have been there and recommend anything, that'd be pretty dope. If I can get to Alcatraz, I want to go to Alcatraz. That'd be freaking dope. But stay tuned. I will, like I said, I'll probably be doing some videos from San Francisco. My first time there. And so I'm excited to go see my Bears, check out Levi Stadium. It's going to be pretty cool. And I still get to do the show tomorrow. Monday, we'll probably do the show in the afternoon because I don't get back until 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Yeah, something like that. And, excuse me. Yeah, I don't get back till, wow. Excuse me. That tea I was drinking is good. I'm getting the hang of it again. Great tea. Oh, shish kebab. No, I don't get back till 4 o'clock on Monday. Because don't forget we lose time because even though I leave at 8 in the morning, it's 10 here. Still 6 hours. I got to go to Denver. So maybe we'll do the show at 6 on Monday. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to do a show on Monday because we got to recap the game. So interesting. Patty Lara checking in. Good morning, Ma. Thank you for tuning in. You loving your TV, huh? That's awesome. Plank, thank you very much, sir. So have a safe flight. Levette Lee, the same. Have a safe flight. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm anxious to see that. And, Patty says, thanks. Safe travels. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully next season I'll be able to get to more games. I should find out today or tomorrow about my credentials if I get to the credentials. If not, he's got a ticket for me, and I'll watch it just like a fan. Actually, I won't be analyzing. I'll still be watching it like an analyst, but I won't be in the press box. I won't be getting free food and drink. I won't be warm. Actually, it's supposed to be about 60 degrees. And that's the biggest thing that I was concerned with because I heard, if you guys you've heard how cold it gets in San Francisco. And Sunday it's going to be 60. It's going to be, wow. 62 on Thursday, 63 on Friday, 60 on Saturday, 60 on Sunday, 63 on Monday, but I leave in the morning, so it doesn't matter. So it'll be 60, so it'll be nice. So that lets me know I'll bring my golf pants, the thin Nike golf pants that I have. I'll bring those, and I'll wear those either to the game. Bring my Chicago Bears shoes, the whole nine. Bring my bucket hat. I got a whole bunch of Bears shit that I can't wait to rock while I'm out there, especially if I go as a fan. If they don't grant my credentials, then I'm definitely going to wear the Bears chain, the Bears victory chain. I got my Bears over there. I got a Bears bucket hat. That's how crazy I am about this team. But anyway. Oh, Jeremiah says hi. Hey, Jeremiah, watching. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. My man Junior checked in. I saw him check in a minute ago. Howdy. Brandon, it'll be the same time. Brandon, it'll be the same time on Friday. It'll just be earlier for me. I'll be doing it at 7 o'clock on West Coast time, but it'll be 9 o'clock Central. Same regular time. Michonne, you know what's really funny? Funny you say that, is that I was actually thinking about finding a CrossFit place because I go to CrossFit. There's a network, so they can call and find out a local CrossFit area, CrossFit box anywhere in the country, in the world, really. And I can stop in for a class. My back, I strained my back though the other day. I didn't stretch out properly, so I'm just getting that back right. It's muscular. It's not structural. It's not my disc or anything or my spine, but just my muscle lower back. So I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I might end up going to a CrossFit gym maybe Friday morning after the show over there. Because remember, I'm going to get done with the show at 9 o'clock in San Francisco. So if there's like a 10 o'clock class or noon class, we'll get it in over there. So that's funny you say that. Funny you say that. Brandon, we play the 49ers Sunday, the second game, 3:25. That game is on Fox. All right. That game is on Fox. So a lot of good stuff happening. I'm excited again, I'm excited about this trip to San Francisco. Good to see a good friend of mine. Probably have some good eats. He was a chef. He's a gourmet chef, and he's a sommelier, for those of you who know what that is. So we're going to be eating and drinking a little bit of wine. I should say a lot of bit of wine. But, yeah, it's going to be a good time. And like I said, hopefully we get to see the Golden State Warriors as well on Friday. Yes, Houston's in Central Time, so 9 o'clock. Same time on Friday. Just got to get up and, just got to get up, get on up, get up, get on up. But yeah, listen, I'm excited to go, as I said. I'm excited to report from there and do my show from there because I'll have all Thursday. When I get there at noon, I'll be able to check out a few places, and I can, when I come on Friday, I'll be able to tell you about it. I'm telling you, he said he doesn't live too far from the Mrs. Doubtfire house. And I know that sounds weird, but it's something. If we're all of a certain age, and many of us are a little older, Mrs. Doubtfire was a great movie, great movie. Okay, and you saw the house that Robin Williams lived in and didn't live in and dressed up in and nannied his own kids in as Mrs. Doubtfire, and that's one thing I wanted to see. That's become a landmark. I don't know if legally a landmark, but I mean, just like people wanted to go see the Shameless house in Chicago. That's over on the west side. People want to go. People go there. People come and see the Home Alone house out in the burbs. They go there and take pictures. When I was in college, funny story. We just graduated college. We graduated Holy Cross, and some of my college friends came to visit me. My guy Hitch from Massachusetts, my girl Liz from Staten Island, my boy Troy, my roommate from New York, and Bill Walker. Bill Walker was born in Chicago but moved to Michigan, where he's actually good friends with Derek Jeter. Grew up with Derek Jeter, and we were getting ready to leave, and we were getting ready to leave the apartment we were staying at, and they're like, at my apartment, or my mom and I apartment, and they were just kind of like, well, you tell them, you ask them. I'm like, what's going on? Now, mind you, this is 1993. They're like, we want to go see the Married with Children fountain. Because if you remember, that was one of the hottest shows. That was the hottest show on TV back then. And, Love and Mary. And the Buckingham Fountain was on there. And I was dying. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. So we went down to Lakeshore Drive, down to Grant Park. It was still all Grant Park then. Past Buckingham Fountain or the Married with Children fountain. So there are different things in various cities that people want to see. And Mrs. Doubtfire House is one of them. Aunt Moss, what's up, Baba? He's checking in. Says bear down, Shawn. Bear down, Baba. Brandon Schutz, you asked what hotel. I'm at the Stanford Court. The Stanford Court. He's the general manager over at the Stanford Court. Not exactly sure where it's at. I said it's 14 miles from the airport. I did, because I probably have to take an Uber over there. But that's where I'll be at, the Stanford Court. They'll be calling me late night just to mess with me, fool. Oh, man. But listen, let's take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we will get to top of the morning topics. Oh, Frank O'Dowd checking in. What's up, Papa? I said, dude, not kidding. Working from home, watching Married with Children now. That is awesome. That is, Frank. It's the first time I'm seeing you in the thread. What's up, Papa? I appreciate you checking this out. I'm telling you, Married with Children was my favorite show for the longest time. When it was on, in reruns, and then Seinfeld took it over, unfortunately. But it's still my number 2 favorite show of all time. But Married with Children, and Al Bundy is still my hero. I have a Al Bundy t-shirt, a jersey t-shirt that says Polk High 33. I have one that says a no ma'am t-shirt. If any of you guys know what the no ma'am t-shirt, I'll have to wear that soon. Mr. Shorty says, I promote your show on BC and Bear Country Podcast, BCP, quite a bit, Shawn. Love your show, man. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. I got a tip that you and Aldo were promoted the other day, and I appreciate it, bro. I went and checked it out, and much love, and I really appreciate it. And that's the cool thing, man. There's no room for hate. All right, we can differ on opinions and shit like that. We don't got to talk shit about people because they view things differently. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Hats off to you and Aldo for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah. Black Diamond, Shawn, Al is God. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And then you know why he's a god? Because so what does he do after Peg, who was hot as hell in the show? He goes from Peggy to Sofia Vergara. He goes from Peggy to Sofia Vergara. If that doesn't make you the man, that doesn't make you a god, I don't know what does. You upgraded, because I thought Peggy was fine. Sexy, little sexy self. Then he goes from her to Sofia Vergara. That's awesome. Frank says, still my favorite show. Nothing can top it. 4 touchdowns in 1 game. That's right. My wife got me an Al Bundy actual jersey for Father's Day. Now that is awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome. Listen, let's take a quick break. Like I said, and on the other side, we'll get back. We'll get this to the top of the morning topic. We got a lot to talk today. Let's get to it. So keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Move it!
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
So I started the day with our first team meeting, talk about our players as far as plan of attack moving forward. All right, so before we talk about X's and O's, before we talk about the game plan for San Fran, I talked about making sure our house is right to begin with. So the initial goal is to unify this football team. Everybody in the same accord, moving the same direction, speaking the same language, and attacking together. So no more divisions. As far as the outside noise, we ignore it because it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. What matters is our daily approach, us working together, and execute when it's time to go execute.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Chicago Bears. That was the interim head coach, Thomas Brown. You know what he said? Shut your mouth is what he said. Shut your pie hole. It's really what he said. And a lot of us, a lot of people in the media, and especially former players. God, dog, I like Thomas Brown. And a lot of former players were saying it as well. Like, I'm a former player as well. And I'm like, too much talking. I said, remember when they were going through that 14-game losing streak, he had the locker room. Guys weren't coming out. Guys weren't talking ish. Nothing. But now there's a lot more going on. A lot more. And it was everybody. It was Cole Kmet. It was Jalen Johnson. It was DJ Moore. It was Kevin Byard. It was Mercedes Lewis. A lot of people coming out talking shit. The fact that they had a meeting to tell Shane Waldron to coach us harder shouldn't have gotten out to the media. Should not have gotten out to the media. But there's no saying. Things get out that you want to get out. Things get out that you want to get out. And Thomas Brown's like, we got to nip that shit in the bud. No more divisions. All right, keep in-house stuff in-house. Unify this team. All on the same page. Basically, shut up and play football. I love how he said that. Love how he said that. So, yeah. Well, let's get to it, baby. Guys, you know how we do. Uh-oh. Guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks, they host the Boston Bruins tonight at the United Center. Puck drop is at 6:30 Central. You can catch that game if you don't have Comcast, on Chicago Sports Network, or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. Can you still believe that there's still issues with that? There's still issues with that. Like, come on, man. It's pettiness on the part of Comcast. Pettiness. Can't see again, who wants to see the White Sox? Blackhawks are playing like shit. The Bulls, exciting but losing. But still, we want to see it, damn it. We still want to see it. And it's crazy. Comcast, and they were saying how Comcast is charging $11, $12, $18, I don't remember. But they charge you for a regional sports fee. And you got to, if you have Comcast, make sure you check it and make sure that they deduct the fee or they refund the fee. All right, because they don't have one. They don't have Chicago Sports Network. If they do, then the fee's fine, but they can't charge you for something that they don't provide. So check it out if you do have Comcast. Like I said, unfortunately, we have AT&T Uverse, so they're good with AT&T Uverse. Hold on, what's going on? All right, the Warriors got picked up to go to CrossFit. The Blackhawks, they host the Bruins tonight. Man, can't wait to see it. I want to see Connor Bedard. He scored a goal in his last game, had a goal and an assist. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that going. The next top of the morning topic, the Bulls. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. The Bulls travel to San Antonio to play the Spurs tomorrow. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. The Bulls are a young, exciting team. Josh Giddey in their win against the Brooklyn Nets the other day had a triple-double, his first triple-double as a Bull. And I'm telling you, Matas Bucelis is a stud. I think he was the not only the Bulls' leading scorer, but the game high. Matas Bucelis. This kid is nicey. I've mentioned him a lot of times, and this kid, we found one. We found one. Thank goodness. Let me see, Bulls, Chicago. Oh, he was tied. It was him and Josh Giddey. They both had 20 points. I like this kid a lot. I've mentioned it on here. I mentioned it here multiple times. The kid's got swagger. He's got it. He plays with a little edge. He's 6'10". 6'10" with an edge. And he can handle the ball. He can shoot the three. He can rebound. He does a lot of things. He's a young kid, so he does everything the coach tells you. He's a yes sir, no sir kind of guy who plays with an attitude, with an edge, and I like it. And you saw Ken was on the other day, and he's like, yeah, let's get together, because we went to the Sox game this year. No, last year. So last year. It was last year. It was me, him, and Emilio Bucks. Ken's like, yeah, let's go to a Bulls game. So I'd love to see this kid. Frank Dowd says, love his energy, and he's fearless with a lot of skill. I have no idea. I have no idea how the hell he felt it was either. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick. Whatever the hell happened, thank you, basketball gods. Thank you, basketball gods. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic, the Bears are back at practice today as they get ready for Sunday's matchup with the San Francisco 49ers out in Santa Clara, California at Levi Stadium. Kickoff is the afternoon game, 3:25 Central. You can catch that game on Fox 32 or listen to it on the Bears flagship station, ESPN 1000, AM 1000. A lot of storylines here. They are beat up. Top two running backs are out. Left tackles out. The San Francisco 49ers are hurting. They're hurting. And they're ripe for the picking. This is a game that we have a good chance to win. Brock Purdy's been if he's even playing. I think our defense needs to step up and take control of this game. I think our defense can do that. And I think they need to. I think they need to because it's time. All right, we've seen far too many situations. All right, we've seen far too many situations where our defense has given up long drive for game winners. All right, I can't say they bend but don't break because they break at the end. And that's the frustrating part. Like they bend but don't break most of the time. But man, we need you to not break. That's at the end of the game, Papa. That's the end of the game. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But I think the defense needs a big game. We need a big game out of Montez Sweat. We need a big game out of that secondary. I need TJ Edwards flying all over the place. Kyler Spidey Gordon. I need him flying all over the place. And this is a team that's hurting. This is a team you can do it. But the New England Patriots were a get-right game too, and look what happened. Look what happened. I don't know. We'll talk more Bears at the top of the hour. But from this point, we'll just keep it moving. Next top of the morning topic, the college football rankings are out. College football playoff rankings are out. They are out. And let me tell you, Charlie. These are the top 10. Oregon, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame gets a bye and a home game. Notre Dame gets to the top 4. This is the penultimate ranking, which means the second to last rankings because you have the conference finals this week for a lot of people. This graphic is from Chicago Sports Network. I want to make sure I give them their credit. You got Penn State and Oregon, 1 versus 3. Let's see. The Hurricanes, Miami, they're number 12. That doesn't mean they're automatically in. Some automatic bids go to some conference champions. So if someone who's ranked lower than them wins the championship, their conference championship title game, they get an automatic bid. And Miami's the first one out. First one out. So this is going to be a great one. A great weekend. Because this greatly affects the college football playoff. Greatly affects it. And I love it. I think it's awesome. And people are always going to complain. You complain when there's 4 teams. You can have 60 teams. You can have every team make it, and then people are still going to complain. And that's okay. But a first round bye for the top 4 teams, man, Notre Dame would love that. And they host a home game. Woo-wee. Yep. That would be, and I'm not a big Notre Dame fan, all right, by any stretch. You know, growing up, when we moved to Marquette Park area, It was Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that, Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that. And I hated Notre Dame. Truth be told, I hated Notre Dame. Even though I knew one of the guys from St. Rita, John Foley, who was the Gatorade Defensive Player of the Year. He was a linebacker, 6'3". He was like 225, ran a 4.5. He came in with Tim Brown and Tony Rice, that whole class, the first Prop 48 class. He had to sit out a year because his grades weren't good. And that's all he talked about. That's all he talked about. Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that. Our coaches, same at grammar school, were Notre Dame fans. All the people, most of the people from my team were Notre Dame fans. I mean, there's a lot of white Irish Catholics, so it makes sense. So I just got sick of Notre Dame until a lot of my friends started going to Notre Dame. I get Brian Hamilton, who's a year younger than me, went to Notre Dame, ended up playing with the 49ers. Cordes went to Notre Dame. He was a tight end. Tracy Graham, he was a defensive back. Ended up going to Notre Dame. We had about 5 or 6 kids go to Notre Dame. So I tolerated it. They were cool. But I'm not a huge Notre Dame fan, especially now since all the people that I knew that went there are long gone. But Notre Dame still holds a cachet. They are a special team. They're in no conference. They get a lot of special treatment. And that's because people know Notre Dame fans travel. All right. Notre Dame has their own TV deal with NBC. They want all that money. You know how the Catholics are. They want them to give me that money. If you're a Catholic, you know damn well they want that money. Every Sunday, give me that money. We're gonna send the collection plate around twice. In case you forgot the first time. And if you didn't, give again. Catholics want their money. Franco Dowd said, my Irish. Oh, you went to Notre Dame. Excellent. Excellent. My high school sweetheart. Man. She was, whew. She ended up going to Notre Dame with Reggie Brooks and Jerome Bettis and all those guys. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. She ended up going to Notre Dame. Yeah, so did you see the way McCaffrey's leg looked when it imploded when he got injured? Yeah, that was crazy. Black Diamond, I'm not sure if Bosa's playing. I'm not sure. We'll find out. And the injury reports come out today, so we'll find out today if he's on the injury report and if he's limited, didn't practice, full go, whatever. Okay. Junior says, I want to see Notre Dame lose so much. And then Frank's like, hey, I went to Notre Dame. That's why. Oh, and that's right. Nick Setta, Pierre's little brother. So Nick Setta, if you're a Notre Dame fan, Frank, you remember years ago they had a kicker named Nick Setta. Well, we played with his older brother, was our kicker on the Chargers. Piero Setta. And we remember when he was still in high school. I want to say he went to Lockport. When he was in high school, before games, he'd be on the field. He'd be kicking 40, 50-yard field goals in high school. This was back, man, I was with the Chargers. So this is right around, and you were playing too. So, man, this was turn of the century. 97, 98, 99, maybe 2000. So 25 years ago, if you remember Nick Setta. Yeah, he's our good friend's younger brother. Oh, no shit, Frank. Huh? Full ride to play hockey for Notre Dame. That's dope. And then Tommy Zibikowski, if you remember Tommy Zibikowski, he came and practiced with us one time. I'll never forget it. He came, his dad knew the general manager of our team, the Chargers, and he said he wanted his son's a stud quarterback DB, and he wanted his son to get to play. You know, basically what it is, play with older guys. You know, when you're a kid and you play with older guys, you get better. So when you go back to your age group, you're dominating. Well, that's what this guy wanted. He came to a practice or two. And he was a star quarterback at Buffalo Grove. And our general manager's like, no, he goes, lay off the kid, quarterback. And the dad's like, no. Let him get hit. But I was like, no, lay off the kid. And so one we got into a fight because one of the defensive players, was little bastards, hit him and knocked him down. And it wasn't a vicious hit. It wasn't a hit like Shedeur Sanders had to deal with. No, but he just hit him in the back. He knocked him down, and I was right there. And man, I forgot who it was. I hauled off and decked him. But yeah, so Tommy Zibikowski as well. We have a lot of Notre Dame connections. Oh, Junior said it was 1998. Okay. Frank, that's pretty dope, man. You got a full scholarship to play for Notre Dame. That's wild. That's dope shit. That's dope. That is really, really, really dope. Next time, I want to topic the Sky. The Chicago Sky schedule is out, and they open up the season on May 17th at the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. So my question is this: are they going to play at the small arena that the Fever play at, or are they going to play where the Pacers play? But I think sorry, you couldn't hear me for a second. I think I'll be in the house that day. Because I'd love to see it. I haven't seen the Sky play yet, especially now with Angel. Not last year, so I want to see Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. I want to see, I want to see these guys, these gals, these ladies, these ballers. And if it's at the place where the Pacers play, dude, they'll sell it out. They will sell it out. Number 1 versus number 2 pick. Come on, man. And she's not the number 2 pick, but probably number 1 versus number 2 in Rookie of the Year. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Nothing wrong with disrespecting different opinions. My Everest let me down like my Bears. High expectation. They shit the bed. We should be good. We should be. I inadvertently hit the mute button on my headphones. But anyway, yeah. So I'm excited. It's a couple games. I head down to for a game. Head down to the season opener for the Sky down in Naptown. It'd be a great time to go. I love it in Indianapolis. I got people down there. I can go visit, kick it with. But maybe go down Friday afternoon or Friday morning. Get a hotel Friday night, Saturday night. Excuse me. Come back Sunday. That'd be a cool weekend to. Although that's spring training, then maybe go see Cub Sox the following week. Oh no, that's May. I said it, didn't I say May? And I'm sorry. Why is it? It's not. It's March. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Oh, so I can still go to spring training. Okay. You asked, when was it built? So, Brandon, you asked, when was Soldier Field built? Soldier Field in Chicago, was built between 1922 and 1924. It opened on October 9th, 1924. It said the stadium was built in 3 stages and cost $13 million. It opened as Municipal Grant Park Stadium, because that's the name of the park it's in. Hosted its first event, a police athletic meet, on October 9th, 1924. The stadium was renamed Soldier Field on November 11th, 1925, to honor American soldiers who died in combat. So hope that answers your question. Excellent stuff. I hope you guys here in Chicago go visit or go see a Chicago Sky game. I'm definitely going to go this year. Like I said, I might go to their opening game. I know it's going to be at the Fever in Indianapolis. But I'm going to make sure that I hit a Sky game here at Wintrust Arena. All right, I'm going to support the girls. I'm going to get the WNBA League Pass again. Support them how I can. And all the people who complain about women and the pay disparity between NBA players and WNBA players, all right, shut up. If you've never gone to a Sky game, if you don't have any Chicago Sky swag, if you didn't buy the WNBA League Pass, then shut up. All right, this is how they make their money. You got to watch the games. You got to buy swag. You got to go there. Okay, go to the games. Not only watch them on TV, but go to the games. You watch them on TV so the ratings go up. So they can get a TV deal. They can say, oh, there's X amount of people, a couple 100,000 people watching in Chicago. Okay, good. It's easier to make the deal. You buy swag. It goes to the team, to the league. Okay? You go to the games. It helps pay the salaries. Okay? So unless you got a whole bunch of WNBA shit, okay, then stop. Stop right there. Whoa. You can't use my phone. Anyway, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll talk a little White Sox, and then we'll finish up the hour with Bears talk. We got a lot to get into. I'm excited about Thomas Brown. I'm excited about the possibilities. Excited about other potential candidates who could be named head coach. All right, so don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about all that on the other side of the break. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
My goal still remains
is to make sure we build an organization that can have continued success both on and off the field. Now is that time. Now is the opportunity. We have some great attributes on our side. We have the greatest fans in the National Football League. I would argue we have the greatest fans in all of professional sports. One, the decision was made to terminate the employment of head coach Matt Eberflus. These are not easy decisions. These individuals have worked hard. Coach Eberflus worked hard. They have families. We understand that. And we try to do everything in a professional manner. That decision was made on Friday. That was the first thing. The second thing, we made the decision and determination to promote Thomas Brown to interim head football coach of the Chicago Bears. It was the right time to make that decision. Thomas is incredibly bright. He's hardworking. He's grown up around the game. He's talented. He has great leadership capabilities. He's decisive and he's clear.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Bears. That was Bears president Kevin Warren. And it was quite an interesting press conference. Quite. There were so many people who didn't realize, and me being one of them, that Kevin Warren had that type of power. Kevin Warren took over that press conference. And, you sit there and you're like, whoa, if you saw Ryan Poles, if you saw the body language of Ryan Poles, it was telling. Look at this. That was a thumbnail for the show. Oops. But also that was his body language, his demeanor was crazy. Yeah. Michelle Walls, all of a sudden Kevin Warren involved in football decisions. Yep. Shorty says, I'm coming home for Christmas next Saturday. Maybe I'll go to a Sky game. They're out of season. Season's over. Is there any off season right now? And Frank says, Brand is unfortunately remodeled by a blind man who thought an alien invasion was coming and made it look like it look stupid. Yes, I agree. I was at the last game when they played Philadelphia in the playoffs and they lost. And the next day I drove by and man, it was crazy how they had all the seats out within a day. Just about all the seats were gone. That's nutso. Black Diamond says, like a kid at a parent-teacher conference that got in trouble. Shawn, yeah, he does. He's like, oh, well. He looks it. Real quick, let's talk a little White Sox. They're talking about, this is the one thing that I was annoyed with. All right, everybody's out. Here's the one thing. Everyone's always talking about get prospects. Trade Lewis Robert. Trade Garrett Crochet. Where's he going to go? Where's Lewis going to go? Where's Garrett going to go? My thought is nowhere. Why would we continue to even go? Why would fans? There's going to be some diehard fans. And I'll probably end up going to a couple games. Why would fans going to go if you don't have any stars there and you want us to get excited over kids? You got us excited over the last group of kids. Remember the group of kids back in the was it 2000s or the 90s? These kids can play, like Alex Fernandez and all those guys. Give us a star. Lewis Robert is a star. Garrett Crochet is a star. Leave them there. Give fans a reason to go at least once every fifth day to see Garrett Crochet. Let Lewis Robert be a star. build a team around them. Right? You're going to trade them away, and then what do we have? Now we got to wait another 2 years, and we're not going to know. We don't know anybody on this roster. Although the pitching staff is kind of nice, but it'd be nice to have an ace like Garrett Crochet at the top of that rotation. I still say you go buy an ace, but maybe you want to wait a year or two until the youngsters that you have start maturing. Okay, I'm good with that too. Go get a no frills, unquestioned number 1 ace, and Garrett Crochet goes to number 2. I'm good with that. That's fine. But don't trade him away. And truth be told, I don't know if I trust this organization to develop these youngsters. Because after Rick Hahn got to Hall, that's why I love getting the Hall, you got Yoel Moncada, Lucas Giolito, Eloy Jimenez, Dylan Cease, Ray Lopez. Our farm system was rated number 1 in baseball. They all came up. We went down to like last. We fell to the bottom like a rock. Which means you weren't developing anybody else. You weren't developing anyone else that you drafted. These are all guys that we traded for. And all the guys we drafted, we didn't develop. Tim Anderson it said there's only 3 players that the Sox have developed, have drafted and developed that became 300 hitters. Tim Anderson, Frank Thomas, and someone else. I don't know who it was. Everyone else who's been a 300 hitter with the White Sox has been traded for or acquired. Not drafted. That is pathetic. And the fact that Chris Getz, who ran the entire minor league operation, now runs the entire major league operation, the fact that he's running this is a joke. But us Sox fans know that. How you gonna elevate? You're gonna get fired up? Fired forward? You don't do a good job in the minors, so we're gonna give you the job for the majors. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of BS is that? Oh, Reinsdorf BS. Never mind. Reinsdorf BS. That's exactly what it is. I'll tell you what, I might just go. If they keep Robert, I have about 5 jerseys. I got the black pinstripe one. I got the black one. I got the red pinstripe one. I got the 83. I got the Field of Dreams. I got the 1959. I got 6 White Sox jerseys, and they're all customized. Sierra 33, all of them. Except the Field of Dreams one. They didn't put the names on the back of that one. But I got 33. All the rest are customized. I refuse to get a customized jersey. I might consider getting a Lewis Robert jersey. I might. Give us someone that we can go see and enjoy. But this is why you need a good manager, because Lewis Roberts kind of checked out. He's already like, I'm going to be the only guy here. He lost his boy Eloy. Eloy's gone. He lost Yo-Yo. They didn't pick up his $25 million option. He lost Dylan Cease. He lost Lucas Giolito. He lost Ray Lopez. He lost Jose Abreu. You got to get him. You got to get him somebody who's going to make him want to play here. Because I don't think he wants to play here. I think he's happy with the money he's making. I think he wants to go to a contender, which I don't blame him. But, man, I would say put some people around him, but you had people around him. That's why my shirt is so important. Coaching matters. Imagine a great manager with that squad 3 years ago. Imagine Ozzie or Bruce Bochy or Joe Madden or Joe Girardi. Imagine those guys leading that team, stressing the fundamentals, playing baseball the right way. Get him on, get him over, get him in. Yeah, we'll hit homers. If we get a guy on, we got to get him over. When we get him over, we got to get him in. Teaching young players how to bunt. You're right. That haul never paid off because they didn't develop them, and they got shitty managers. The demise was when you drafted Tony, or you re-signed Tony. You hired Tony as the manager. That was it. That was the demise. That was the left fork in the road. That was where we went the wrong way. We went left when we should have stayed right. And that was over Rick Hahn's head. Rick Hahn did not want to sign Tony. That was all Jerry Reinsdorf. So now you got some pieces here. You still got Andrew Vaughn. You got Gavin Sheets. Obviously, Lewis Robert. When's Colson Montgomery going to get up? He was the next big prospect. Put him in the right field. What about the kid who plays shortstop? The kid who was going to compete with Tim Anderson. I was like, man, he'll never get, because I thought Tim Anderson was going to be here for a while. They got talent. Now they need a leader. Now they need a leader. And although Grady Sizemore isn't going to be the manager next year, he is still going to be around. They're going to keep him on staff, which is cool for him. Brandon says, next year when baseball season starts, I'm coming towards your town. Any food we should try? Man, hit me up later. But yeah, there's tons of food. You got to stop by Rico Benny's breaded steak sandwich. You want to stop by Al's Beef or Johnny's Beef for a beef or Italian sausage. I say go to Al's. I like Al's. Italians, I usually just get an Italian sausage, but you got to get a beef, or if you get a combo, that's Italian sausage and Italian beef on the bun, dipped with peppers, if you like sweet peppers or hot peppers, and mozzarella. Whoo! Have Al's on one side is Taylor, and right across the street is Mario's Italian ice. This is sure he says Al's was okay. Well, yeah, some people like Johnny's over in Forest Park, Mr. Beef on Orleans. Some people like Portillo's. But yeah, but remind us next when you come to town, Brandon. I'll go over that list again with you. But this is what we need. Mr. Shorty says, I would go to my grave thinking Poles never wanted Flus, and that was why he looked that way. He looked like that at the presser. Well, yeah, remember, they interviewed Flus before they interviewed Ryan Poles. And legend has it that they said, all right, here are your three. Pick from these three. And he's like, all right, well, I guess. Mr. Shorty says, I'm an Italian beef connoisseur. I'm not trying to spell that word, so excuse me. And I thought Al's was just okay. Yeah, I hear you. Al's was, back in the day, they have the article from like 1981. 42 years ago, 43 years ago. It was like $1.50. And they were bigger. Yeah, Al's was it. Junior says, Manny's Deli. Okay. But my White Sox, that's what you do. Don't trade these guys. All right? You don't develop them. You have enough talent. You have enough talent in the pipeline now. You have more than enough talent. Develop it. Crazy idea. Develop the talent you have. Pissing me off. Anyways. Thomas Brown, talking Bears. Thomas Brown on the field today for the first time as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. I know they had meetings on Monday, but they weren't on the field. They're on the grass today, and you saw him, what he was talking about. All right, shut your mouth. Know your role, jabroni, and shut your mouth. We don't need shit getting out. We don't need leaks in here. Then he went on to say this.
Then I talked about just got to do a better job being a more disciplined football team, on and off the football field. Talked about the penalties. Pre-snap penalties were all kind of boiled down to a lack of focus. So one play at a time mentality. After that play's over with, hit the reset button, get back in the huddle, go do it again, and over again. Post-snap penalties. It's a lack of attention to detail when it comes to techniques. So we're going to do a better job as coaches to coach it the right way, demand it is done the right way, drill it properly, and our guys go execute when it's time to go execute. And I just thought about as far as our identity as a football team. I said this initially, always believe in and stand by it. Football is a violent game. It rewards those that play the game violently. So physical at every position is going to be our mentality.
You see that little smirk he had? Football is a violent game. He said, and there's one thing that I love, a couple of things I love that he said. He goes, we're going to coach it. We're going to demand it. We're going to drill it. And then we're going to execute. We're going to coach it. We're going to demand it from our players. We're going to drill it into our players. And then we can execute. That's coaching. That's coaching. You know, one of Mike Tomlin's favorite quotes, and Mike Tomlin has a lot of them. Standard is standard. Okay. But the quote he had on the Pivot podcast where he said, a lot of coaches run from the responsibility of coaching. You run from the responsibility of coaching. What are you doing if you're a coach and you don't want to coach? Coaching is having your players do it right. Not till they get it right, so they don't get it wrong. And then you tell them, look, we got limited time here. I need you to do this on your own. I need you to do that on your own. I need you to practice this. I need you to watch more film. I need this. We're going to drill it. Plank, I hear that coaching matters somewhere. Yeah, some guy made that up. I don't know who it was. Sounds like a smart guy to me. Shorty said, Thomas Brown must be our diamond in the rough. That would mean Liverpool's hired our next coach. Not George, Kevin, not Poles. We need this luck on our damn side. I hear you. I don't know if it's going to. I don't know. I like him. By the same token, I also don't want a first-time guy leading Caleb, leading a rookie quarterback, which is happening now. But how is this is the $1 million question. How will Thomas Brown be evaluated? How? What will he be evaluated on? Just the play of Caleb? Or will he be evaluated on the ability to make proper calls, proper challenges, proper timeouts, field goals, fake punts, fake field goals, onside kicks? Simple. There's no element of surprise there. My man, Jose Dirty Sanchez in the house. He's like, hey, Shawn, what's good, bro? Much love all the way from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico! Oh! Nice to see you too, Papa. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Puerto Rico! Oh! I got to head down there. Next, in 2025, I will be in Puerto Rico. From Hard to Kill, for the movie Hard to Kill. You can take that to the bank. All my old school heads will know what I'm talking about. I'll definitely head down there, Jose. Bear down, Papa. Threw me off. Where was I talking? Oh, yeah. So how's he going to be evaluated? I think he's going to be evaluated on all of it. On all of it. You know, I don't know if, and this is a good audition for him, and maybe, you know, this is a lot to ask. Remember, you got to remember. This is his first time as a head coach. He's worked under great head coaches. He worked under Sean McVay. Sean McVay had a ringing endorsement of him when he was asked about Thomas Brown a couple of days ago. Okay. So this guy is afforded this wonderful opportunity. And he said it. He goes, a great opportunity for me. But can he? And you know what? I'm okay with it. I don't want it, but if you think he's the best for this gig, if he shows in these last 5 games, he's able to manage the clock. His time management is good. His challenges are good. His ability to handle the offense, defense, special teams, and Caleb continues to excel. Why wouldn't the Bears are going to offer him that job? Because one, we know the Bears are cheap. But two, think of I don't know if he's going to keep everybody, but if you go to these 5 games and Eric Washington gets this defense playing well, you're going to want to keep him. Continuity. You know? Everybody wants Ben Johnson. There's a whole bunch of people. But he's going to be evaluated by all these things. And it's not fair. But guess what? That's life. And if you can do it, guess what? You're going to be a head coach. He might not be ready yet. But I'll tell you what, if he gets Caleb Williams to continue his ascension, more touchdown passes, continued no turnovers. Shorty, I saw that. It was 7,500 on another one on DraftKings, I think it was. They're talking about on the radio yesterday. It was 75. I think DraftKings is who the score sponsors of score. I don't have an account, but I wouldn't doubt that. I might actually have to ask someone to help me out, set up an account, and I'll put $100 on Caleb to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Because I'll tell you what, those odds are going to drop. It's probably going to drop to 6,500, then 6,000, then 5,500. But that's a bet I'll take. I'll wager $100 on that. Believe that. Very true. But don't forget, Cornelius, he's East Coast. Caleb is still East Coast. I know he came from USC, but he's from Baltimore. Everybody wanted, he still has a lot of cachet. Everyone, remember how the East Coast and all the people on the East Coast were saying Caleb is a god, Caleb is this, Caleb is that. So if he puts up numbers, remember, he only needs 277 yards a game to get to 4,000. And I say only. It's not an easy task. But if Thomas Brown gets, that's a 300-yard game one time, a 225-yard game the next. He doesn't have to go 277. You can get if you get 2 300-yard games, that gives you 50 yards to play with. You know what I mean? Jose Sanchez says, "Hey, Shawn, do you think these remaining games could present a good barometer as to what Thomas Brown can do with Caleb and the Bears?" Yeah, of course it is. It's really his audition. They want to see if you can handle all the things that a head coach has to deal with. You saw what he said. I got a few more biscuits on my plate. That's okay. But the main thing is going to be Caleb's development. That's the main thing. With Thomas Brown's added responsibilities. Does the trajectory of Caleb tail off? Does it plateau? If you see any drop in that, like he's got to play a perfect 5 games. I don't mean win. He's got to play. He's got to play. We got to see good decision making, good clock management, timeout use, challenge use, and a steady increase in development of Caleb. That's for him just to have a shot at keeping his job. That's just to keep him to have a shot. He's got to be perfect. Because there's a lot of people, Kevin Warren said, it's going to be the most coveted job in the NFL. Because the most difficult thing you can have as a rookie head coach is finding your quarterback. Well, you don't need that here. You have your quarterback in place. You got a pretty darn good one, too. Here are some of the candidates that are up for names have popped up. Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame. I don't want him. And no disrespect to him. I think he's a good college coach. I think just keep him there. You're doing well in Notre Dame. Stay there. It's upper left. Bill Belichick. I don't think they're going to go get a guy with that type of personality. Bill Belichick is the GOAT. And I don't think that they're going to want someone like that. Then the lower left, Mike Vrabel. That's a guy I really like. He's a defensive guy, but he's going to have to find an offensive coordinator. Now, if they find him, would he be willing to keep Thomas Brown as offensive coordinator? I think he would. But will Thomas Brown be willing to stay here after getting a taste of being a head coach? Or will he want to go somewhere else and try and carve his niche somewhere else? You got 3 games as an offensive coordinator, Thomas. You got 5 as a head coach / play caller. You have 8 games. In the middle, that's everyone's baby. It's the golden child, Ben Johnson. Detroit's offensive coordinator. Then, lower right-hand corner, one of Caleb's coaches from college at USC, Cliff Kingsbury. There's more. I just put these 5 together. Like you can talk about Bobby Slowick as well. Kevin Stefanski, if they let him go. I just put this group together just because. I personally want a guy who's done it before. I like Mike Vrabel. Now, if you get Mike Vrabel to keep Thomas Brown, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas, and I like that kind of party. Shorty says, most coveted is laughable with McCaskey's running this shit show. I hear you. But here's the thing. It is going to be. You have a phenomenal defense. You have a phenomenal defense. They just gave up on their leader. You still got Montez Sweat. You still got Andrew Billings when he comes back. All right, you still got that secondary. Isn't it amazing Jaquan Brisker came back right as Eberflus got fired? Jaquan Brisker was back in practice. And then you have a quarterback. You have a rookie quarterback with DJ Moore here for the next 4 years. Your quarterback's here for the next 4 years. Roma Dunze is here for the next 4 years. Cole Kmet's here for the next couple of years. DeAndre Swift's here for the next couple of years. You just got to rebuild that offensive line. And this is what happens when you neglect the most important part of a football team, the offensive line. Jose says, in my opinion, he has the moxie of a Mike Tomlin in regards to how he approaches the media. Hopefully he can have the same effect with the Bears that a Tomlin has on the Steelers. You and me both. Mr. Shorty says, it's crazy how much Brown reminds all of us of Mike Tomlin. Black Diamond says, Quaney back? No, he was at practice, so he'll probably play this week. Cornelia says, it took Eberflus bungles to bring attention to how important time management and feel for the game is to a head coach. Yeah. Yeah. So Shorty says, Cornelius, now the Bears will overcorrect like they did with Fox. Yeah, it's possible. Because remember, again, this is not Ryan Poles' pick. I'm talking about Eberflus. Like, all right, here are your three options. All right, I'll take one. Kevin Warren went out of his way to say he's the point man. I'm sorry, that Ryan Poles is the point man. He meaning Ryan Poles. And hopefully Ryan Poles can pick a good leader. People talk about leader of men. Yeah, you need that. And it's interesting. Like you hear people and they're like, oh, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? You know damn well what it means. When people play that stupid role, I don't got time for it. You know exactly what the hell I mean. You know exactly what that phrase means. It's a sports. If you cover sports and you ask, what does that even mean to be a leader of men? Get the hell out of sports reporting and sports talk. You know what that means. And there are a few people on the airwaves who said it. What does that even mean? Come on. Stop being stupid. You know what a leader of men is. Like I said, my ideal thing would be to be an offense. For it to be an offensive guy, because I don't want this offensive coordinator leaving. Imagine if Mike Vrabel gets the gig. If Thomas Brown stays, and next year Caleb goes off and gets nutso, all Pro Bowl, maybe all Pro. Who knows? Thomas Brown's gone. And I know Ken and some other people like, you should want your offensive coordinator to leave. I do, but not at the expense of our quarterback who's still developing. I told you the first year of coaching at your new level is the most important. Not saying you can't get good after that because you have poor coaching. No, it just makes it a lot easier. Cornelia says, I think the Bears are in a good position to get a really good head coach. If Thomas proves himself, they'll have one. If he doesn't, they have plenty of good candidates to choose from. Yes, they do. Jose says, facts, Shawn. I 100% agree with you. I find it ridiculous when people ask what a leader of men means. Come on. Yeah, stop playing stupid. When you start asking stupid questions, and whoever said there's no such thing as a stupid question is an idiot. Okay? Because if you played sports, if you worked for a living, you know what a leader of men is. And you know football is the alpha sport of alpha sports. I've said that a trillion times, and I'll say it a trillion more before I die. You need a leader who can control alphas, who can lead alphas. So when you come at me with that dumb shit, I'm like, all right, now you're just being stupid. Period. End of story. We've all worked for bosses that were leaders of men, that were great leaders, that were able to lead alpha males or even alpha females on their team, whatever team it was, marketing, sales, accounting, whatever, real estate, whatever. We found guys who can lead men, lead alphas, men or women. So when someone says that, it's like, shut the hell up. Like, stop. As you know what, it's like a kid who always asks why. You can't go outside. Why? Because it's dark out. Why? I don't want you to get hurt. Why? Why? Just to be a little petulant little brat. Technically, yes, Mashawn. He said it's the GM's job to hire a coach. Technically, yes, it is. But apparently, Kevin Warren's going to have a lot of input. Although Poles is going to be the point man. He's going to be the point man. Is he the trigger puller? Does he pull the trigger and hire, or does he have to ask you? Or do you give him the direction on who to hire? That's the question. That's the question. Who's in charge? Who's the boss? It's not Tony Danza. Shorty, yes, the Bears are the first team with a black president, black GM, black assistant GM, black head coach, black OC, black DC, and quarterback. Black quarterback, yes. I like a Mike Vrabel. I do. I like a Mike Vrabel, and especially if he decides to keep Thomas Brown. Especially because I give Thomas Brown 2 years here. 2 years here. We're talking 2025, 2026. If at that point, Caleb will have all the necessary, the basic fundamentals of how to play quarterback. Good, strong, reinforced fundamentals from Thomas Brown. And he'll be able to do things with a new offensive play caller. Okay, you know what's the right thing to do, what the best thing to do is in certain situations, because you will have been drilled. What did he say? We're going to coach it, we're going to demand it, we're going to drill it, and players are going to execute. So when you get put in that situation, and everyone's all on board for Thomas Brown. I have not heard one disparaging remark about Thomas Brown and his ability to lead this team. Jose says, Phil Jackson was the leader of men in the sport of basketball. He had MJ, Scotty, Kobe, Shaq, and Robin, to name a few alpha males. He goes, yeah, he could coach them all. I think he's the greatest coach of all time. Sorry, Red Auerbach. You know, holy shit, King Booker World, I never thought of this. This is a great point, King Booker World. I think Warren being involved is to make sure the McCaskies don't, quote-unquote, influence polls on the next hire. That's an interesting take, because apparently Ryan Poles wanted to fire him in the offseason. And the McCaskey said no. Then he wanted to fire him after the New England game. And the owner said no. King Booker World, that could be it. That I'd never thought of. That's a great take, King Booker World. Shorty says, I have never rooted for our head coach to succeed as much as I am Brown right now. Take the head coaching job and never give it back, damn it. I would love it. I would absolutely love it if he did that. Because you know what you just did? You provided stability in an organization that has none. Plank agrees. Plank says, King Booker World, I agree. I absolutely agree, 100%. Jose Sanchez says, great point, King Booker World. You provide stability for a franchise that has none. What you'll do is you'll allow you and Caleb will go out, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. It's like Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb back in the day. It'll be your Bill Walsh, Joe Montana / Steve Young. How nice would it be for us to realize we got our offensive coach, a head coach / play caller that develops and puts our quarterback in the best position and develops and makes him great. How great would that be? Cue up "Oh Happy Day." Oh happy day, oh happy day. I hope he can do it. This organization will be on the road to the Super Bowl if Thomas Brown is able to maintain and get the head coaching gig permanently next season. They're on the road to a Super Bowl. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know that. Because the thing that it seems like Thomas Brown is adamant about, he's talking about we coach it, we demand it, we drill it. These are fundamentals. These are fundamentals in every situation. And I'll tell you what, players love it. The players, and I'm speaking from being a player and a coach, players love when you are prepared. I'd rather over-prepare than under-prepare. I'd rather over-prepare than under-prepare because you could, you know what? Let me take that back. You can never over-prepare. Never. You can never over-prepare. Shorty, you're a fool. He said Super Bowl bound next year, Shawn. I was off by 1 year. Sorry, LOL. You know, and that's contingent on the coach, who they hire. How bad does he demand it? Remember, how many times have I told you? You take care of the little things, there are no big things. Every little thing, foot placement, hand placement, when to snap the ball when a guy's in motion. How hard do I push this hole? Pause. Before I cut back. How hard do I fight to maintain gap integrity? I got to get that A gap. I got to cover that A gap. I'm in that A gap. I know they're trying to double team me, but I got to maintain my presence in this A gap. I can't get washed down. Hand placement, offensive lineman, discipline. He talked about that as well. How many God-blessed pre-snap penalties have we had that push us back from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8, 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7, 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6? That goes to show that's a disciplined team. Teams that do that, those are disciplined teams. And right now, we're not a disciplined team, which is why he mentioned discipline. And I want to see Caleb take off. I want to see him become what everyone swore up and down he was going to be. Shawn says there are a few leaders of men in some sports. Yes, there are. King Booker Will says, I really want Brown to do well. I want him to show the world that all is needed is the opportunity. Yeah. Cue up Eminem. If you get one shot, one opportunity, get everything you ever wanted. Would you use it or let it slip away? Shorty says, love how he pointed to the mistakes before that last play and didn't blame it on one play. I agree. Plank says, King Booker World, hell yeah. I hope this guy does it. Let me tell you something, Coach. You have a lot of people rooting for you. You have a lot of people rooting for you. And I understand that it might not be ideal. But then again, what is ideal? I mean, very rarely will a guy leave and you just step into that position. You get that position. Right? You understand this is a sport of attrition. All right, it's a dog-eat-dog world in the NFL. And you know what? Sometimes you get your job this way. Sometimes you get your job this way. Hey, Wally Pipp didn't ask to lose his job, but he got hurt. He got hurt. Did Lou Gehrig say, "No, you know what? No, it's all right. It's all right, Wally. You can have it back." For those who don't know who Wally Pipp is, he's the guy who got hurt when Lou Gehrig started, and who was playing in front of Lou Gehrig. And when he got hurt, Lou Gehrig started in front of him and never gave it back. He won he had the Iron Man streak that Cal Ripken finally broke in like 89 and 90, somewhere in there. That's who Wally Pipp is. Sometimes you might get Wally Pipped. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I'm telling you, I, along with you guys in the chat, am so excited for this opportunity for Thomas Brown. I want to see him use these receivers. I want to see him use Rome Odunze. I want to see him use DJ Moore. I want to see him use Keenan Allen. I want to see more Cole Kmet first down catches that just break the back of a God-blessed defense. 3rd and 6, he gets 6.5. You're like, son of a bitch. I want to see more screens. Regular screens, not quick screens, regular screens to DeAndre Swift. Dude, that joker is like a jackrabbit. Put all this together. I want to see him do that. I want to see Caleb's numbers go. I want Caleb to average 300 yards a game. So much for the people who say I don't like Caleb. I want to see him average 300 yards a game. If he can, man, imagine if Caleb can get to the 4,000 yard mark this year. It's not inconceivable. It's not a great stretch. It's a stretch. 277 is what he needs. 277 yards a game. If he does it, you're damn right, Shorty, he'll be the rookie of the year. 277 per game, and he will hit 4,000. That's the rookie. That is the rookie of the year. Yes. Yeah, of course he drives them. Being one of the handful of rookies who throw for 4,000 yards in a season as a rookie. That'll be dope. And I'll tell you what, if he hits that 4,000 yards, 277, we're going to win a few of these games. There's 5 left. Let's not get it twisted. All the games we were in were 1-score games. One-score games against the best teams in our conference, the top other 3 teams in our division. We were there. 1 score, all of them. All of them. We were there. Joseph Archer checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is feasible. We got to settle this offensive line. Like I think we're good in a skill position. And let me tell you something. No, they won't make the playoffs. Without winning, maybe make the play. They won't make the playoffs. There's no way. That's only 9 wins. We were talking about 10 and 7 or 11 and 6 might not get you in the playoff. 9 wins won't get you in. But let me tell you something. If this shit happens and we win 3 out of the 5 or 4 out of the 5, or God forbid we sweep the 5, Keenan Allen might want to come back on a team-friendly deal. Not this year, Shorty. So you're saying we still have a chance to win the Super Bowl? LMAO. Laugh my ass off. No, not this year. First 4,000-yard pass was developed by an offensive coordinator / head coach. Black Diamond, yes. I agree with you, King Booker World. Lots of people are immediately shitting on the prospect of Brown becoming a permanent head coach. Give the man a chance. And here's how you know. You keep Eric Washington around. You keep Steve Hightower around. You keep people around you who are smarter than you, who have more experience than you. That goes to show you the smartest guy in the room. When you hire people who are more experienced and smarter than you, that shows how smart you are. Jose Sanchez says, hey, Shawn, people still don't listen to you. You need to promote your t-shirt, Coaching Matter. I will. Wait, I got a lot of stuff coming in the new year. One of the guys at the gym, we were talking about it the other day. And he's like, and I told him, I said, I got a t-shirt. He goes, dude, he goes, if you sell t-shirts, he goes, let me know. He goes, I want one. I said, all right. Think of what you'll have if you're Thomas Brown. If you do well and get this gig, you can keep Eric Washington because that means the defense is going to play better. Steve Hightower, one of the best special teams coaches. I know he got stuff blocked. One of the best special team coaches around. You got great coaches underneath you. You know, I think, and don't get me wrong, I still want Mike Vrabel. I do. But I'm praying, I'm hoping, I'm praying so hard that Thomas Brown gets this gig. Because remember a long time, it wasn't that long ago where black quarterbacks were not valued because they weren't even allowed to play the position. They're too stupid to play this position. Go be a wide receiver. Go be a running back. Go be a kick returner. So now we've gotten past that hurdle into the point where now we got black head coaches. The Super Bowl with Tony Dungy, the Bears' last Super Bowl appearance, that was so monumental. Tony and Lovey. This is a lot bigger than just sports, too. Realize the ramifications, the social ramifications of it. You mentioned it earlier, Shorty. First president, first general manager, first assistant general manager, first head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, quarterback, all black men. When it just wasn't too long ago where they're too stupid to play the position. And now they're leading teams. Now they're calling offenses. Now they're calling defenses. Now they're running organizations. They're presidents of organizations. They're general managers shaping, drafting, and developing players. And not long ago, they were too dumb. They couldn't pass the Wonderlic test. Yes, and a black female running back coach. Yes. Assistant running back coach. So, man, don't fuck it up, kid. Like I said, I do want Vrabel because he's got experience, or Kingsbury because he knows Caleb and he's been a head coach already, and you can make a lot of you make a lot of corrections after your first gig because your first gig's tough. But sometimes your first gig is your last gig. Look at Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin didn't bounce around the league. I mean, he had his path. Sean McVay didn't bounce around the league. He had his path. He had a couple teams he was with, and then boom, that was it. Maybe this is the place that Thomas Brown was meant to be at. And I'm good with it. I am more than good with it. Because if you can get this organization turned around, you can get these players bought in. You can get these players, you can show these players some tough love, and they still love you and want to run through a brick wall for you. You're the man for the gig. And still develop Caleb. If Caleb gets to 277, if Caleb gets 277 a game and hits that 4,000, I think you have to strongly consider keeping Thomas Brown. If he gets to 4,000 yards, you better strongly consider. Mr. Shorty, Steelers, 3 head coaches in their entire history. I agree. Bears are in their second this year. Yeah. Let me rephrase that. If Caleb gets to 4,000 yards and Thomas doesn't look overwhelmed, as long as Thomas Brown doesn't get overwhelmed and Caleb continues to progress, you keep him. King Booker World says, imagine the story of starting in a kind of made-up position to end up the head coach and lead the Bears to prosperity. Hollywood can't write it. Yep. Mr. Shorty says, and I mean strongly consider it, or there will be a freaking mutiny. Yeah. This guy he's got the players. He's got their attention. He commands the room, and that's what I need. That's what we want. So as I said, good luck. Don't fuck it up, kid. Listen, 2 hours has come and gone. Man, great interaction with you guys. I appreciate the love and support and the comments and us going back and forth. Guys, I hope you have a phenomenal day. Stay warm. It is cold out there. It's going to be colder tomorrow morning. Hope my car starts and doesn't leave me stranded to get into the airport. But I will see you guys Friday from San Francisco. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, have a phenomenal day. Please stay warm. All right. And don't forget, let your loved ones know you love them. All right. Reach out to them. Okay. Let them know you miss them. Set up a brunch. Set up something for your people. They'll greatly appreciate it. This, I know. All righty, guys. Let's see. Mr. Shorty says, great show. Much love to all. Plank, another great show. Shawn, safe travels. Peace out to the chat. Peace out. Bear down. Jose Dirty Sanchez says, bear down for PR. Yes. King Booker World says, need him to be the Willie Beeman of coaching. Of coaches. Mr. Shorty, yeah, hit me up on social media. Hit me up on social media. I'll let you know because I got to see what I'm doing tomorrow night once I get into San Francisco. All right? Hit me up. King Booker World, salute. All right, guys, for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. This will be played tonight at 6. You guys have a phenomenal day. All right, your boy is out.